Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Hearthstone House Cards with me, Dutch the Dawn Bunny. Our last run went pretty well. It was 6-3 on Druid. I liked it. It was a good, well-rounded deck, and we're still getting the hang of things here. So without further ado, let's get this arena run started! And, okay, well, we already did Druid. Hunter maybe, but I have some quests to do for Priest. So let's do Anduin, who I still have no idea who the hell this guy is. I played up till Wrath for a while, so I'm kind of clueless. Ooh, alright, pretty good start here. Doomsayer is kind of a weird card. At the start of your turn, destroy all minions, including himself. It's interesting. Like, there's potential silliness you can do with it, but like, the thing it would be useful against is like a sort of, in my opinion, would be like a rush deck to clear a lot of small minions. But again, it might work against certain, in very specific scenarios. I mean, he's only 2 mana, but it's just kind of a risky maneuver. And then we have Faceless Manipulator. Oh, he's a fun guy. He can choose a minion, any minion that's on the field, and become a copy of it, and basically gain their abilities. It doesn't gain their battle cries, technically. I think if you bounce it back into your hand through something like, a Brewmaster or something, he stays as the card he was copied. So you could get a charge or, battle cry out of that. And again, he's pretty good for like copying legendaries or just doing that, the gotcha moment. Or forcing, another good thing is just forcing them to trade their good card for whatever card you copy. Because most of the times, it's an even trade. And not too bad for 5 mana. Although I've seen some silly things with the Alarmobot accidentally pulling a Faceless Manipulator out and he just becomes a 3-3, which is terrible. And then we have Mind Games. Put a copy of a random minion from your opponent's deck into the battlefield. It's a fun card, and I don't know how you would gauge I think it would be better if it was a lower mana, maybe like 3 mana, it would be better. But for 4 mana, it's really difficult to get that out. Because like any good cards you want to get with it, you probably won't be able to play on the same turn you get them. So it's kind of fishing or milling for the future, but since it's from your opponent's deck, you don't know what you're getting, and it can be fun. Like, it's a fun card. I appreciate them having it, but I'm just not going to pick it. So Faceless Manipulator it is. Alright, this is a pretty easy pick. Actually, well, Throttmar Farseer is better on classes where you can get attack buffs, so then he can do like some sick damage. I mean, like, Paladin giving him Kings is insane. He just becomes, what is that, a 6-8 or something like that with Wind Fury. Crazy pants. For 3 mana, not bad. And then Scarlet Crusader is great because pretty much almost a 2-for-1. Or at least you'll get 1 card out of it. I mean, that 1 health is a little scary, but that Divine Shield makes it so annoying. It's like a Druid could face tank it and take 3 damage just to ping the shield off, and then that 1 HP is just sitting there, just taunting you. So either way, you pretty much have to do something. And then Shadow Word Pain's awesome, though. Destroy a minion with 3 or less attack, basically pays for itself a lot of times. And then there's some cards like Sinjin Shieldmaster will just nullify them, or Mogashan Warden, and even some other ones like that. So I think we'll go for Shadow Word Pain. Yeah. It's just a straight up kill card, so I'm gonna go for that. I really want her, though, but yeah. Shadow Word Pain. Alright, Silence is not the best card, unfortunately. The 0 mana cost is nice, but for 2 more mana, you can at least get an Owl and a minion alongside it, which forces the opponent to do something about that, usually. I mean, the better one is the Spellbreaker, who's just crazy pants good. Thoughtsteal, another one of those fun ones. Copy 2 cards from your opponent's deck and put them into your hand. There's just a lot of those fun things for the Priest, but they're not optimum. Like in a constructed just for laughs, I'll do it. But Holy Nova's it's a good all around card. Deal 2 damage, restore 2 health. Yeah. All right. Speaking of Mogashan Warden, we have the Taunt and then War Golem. He did really well for our Druid, but I'm not sure if we want him. I kind of want Frostwolf Warlord, but we don't really have any minions. We have a minion. So I'm not really sure. Mogashan Warden, he's okay. Getting some weird picks in this one. I don't know. Maybe I should take the War Golem just for a nice, solid, heavy hitter. Because we don't have a lot of weenies. And He's good with a lot of small minions on the field, or just a lot of minions in general on your side of the field. But I think we'll just go for War Golem. Nah. For 2 more mana, I don't know. Immune to silence, silence wrecks him. Yeah, I'm gonna get something immune to silence, because I'm banking on the fact that I'll probably get some buffs later, and yeah, it's difficult. But since I don't know how many, like, what kind of deck I'm going for, let's just go for a solid one. I might regret that later, but alright, well, crap. We're going for high cards. Mind Blast, deal 5 damage to the enemy hero. Actually, like, I used to kind of despise that card, but in a constructed deck, it's not too bad. Because if you have 2 of them, I mean, it's guaranteed 10 damage to that character, which can put pressure on. A lot of times, it won't be used to, like, kill them, but it can be used to just, you know, again, keep up a good amount of pressure. It gives priests a different kind of alternative. And if you have spell power, it just becomes a lot better. Core Hound, no. 7 with 9 attack. It's the 9 attack that makes you think, ooh, nice and shiny and all that stuff. But 5 health, neutralized way too easily. Like at 7. I'd prefer a War Golem who can stay alive for just 2 less damage. He can still pretty much kill anything and survive attacking them. So the only time he's good is in a Hunter deck, where you can get like the Houndmaster who can give him a taunt and more health, or the Tundra Rhino that can give him charge. Then he becomes pretty damn good. But again, it's still difficult to build towards. And then Temple Enforcer is just a nice card. Like 6 mana for 6 attacks, 6 health, and give a friendly minion plus 3 health. Even if you don't get the Battle Cry, which you really want, he's still a pretty good card. Alright, give me some low ones. Okay, here we go. I think, like, alright, there's Booty Bay Bodyguard. I'm not the biggest fan of because he's an aggressive taunt, which can allow him to trade up, but usually he'll just get neutralized because 4 health, like, look at it, it's tiny. Like, he could trade with a Yeti, and a Yeti costs 1 less. And Circle of Healing has some, again, I'm going to say this a lot with Priests, I think, but has a lot of those quirky, fun things you can do with it. And, again, some pretty good strategies. I believe it was Artosis. Yes, Artosis, if you use like, turn 2 with a coin, and you have the injured Blade Master, and then you use this, all of a sudden you have, like, a 4/7 on turn 2. Which is all different kinds of insanity. But I kind of want the Mad Bomber. I need a low cost, and I can heal most of the damage he'll dish out. And again, like, I just got wrecked by him earlier, so let's do him. He's fun. Silly. Alright. Stormwind Knight is pretty good on... I mean, he's decent, well-rounded. He's the only charge character with, like, 5 health, I think, other than, like, King Crush and then, I can't remember his name. The Warrior Legendary. But anyways, don't mind the stuff in the background. Here we go. So, he's good, especially if you have attack buffs. Then he's really good. Like, he's a really solid card. Light Spawn, I wish I had some buffs, but I'll probably take him. He's got this unique thing to him. The minion's attack is always equal to his health. So, once you play him, he's got 5 attack, 5 health. If he takes damage, he goes down, like, if he takes 2 damage, he goes down to 3 attack, 3 health. And then he can heal that back up. Then if you buff him just with straight up HP buffs, he can, like, you know, Inner Fire, or, yeah, he'll go to a 10-10, which is awesome. And then there's also another nice little thing that, against like a paladin or something that somehow debuffs attack, it doesn't actually work on him. Granted, anything that buffs attack, I don't think works on him either. He's always got this effect going, unless he gets silenced, then he's a 0, whatever HP is that, 0-5, which is, ooh, that'll be painful. But I think I'm going to go for him, because he's just a really good card. Spiteful Smith, no. Like, he's not too bad by himself. He's got a lot of health, a decent amount of attack for 5 mana. It's not too bad. But it's the enrage you want. He's one of those few enrage characters that has just a ton of HP on him, which is awesome. But he's only really good on, you know, people who can get weapons. So, like, rogues especially, because rogues are very consistent with that. Elven Archer is kind of meh. Like, if you get him on turn 1, you do 1 damage to the enemy hero, which you don't really want, and then maybe they'll do, like, 1 more. The best value you get out of her is, again, like, maybe you can get a nice trade, but a lot of times it's to, like, buff, like him. It would be awesome. Like if you had an Elven Archer and you just tagged him for 1, all of a sudden your weapon gets +2 attack. That's awesome. But we're gonna go for Shadow Word Death because it's a straight up kill card against those scary things, and we need that. So anything with 5 attack or more. Mind Control we're probably going to take. Actually, I don't know. Mind Control is nice for late game, but it's kind of hard to push towards. Granted, we have a decent amount of late game. I need some early game. Stone Tusk Boar, 1/1 charge, kind of meh. More of a hunter kind of thing. Can do it, but yeah. Spellbreaker's, like I was saying, is awesome. And I think I'm going to go for him because I'm pretty sure we're more likely to get another Mind Control than another Spellbreaker. And like I was saying with Silence itself is good, but you want to get a minion to follow that up with. So that's what I'm going to do. And he's pretty solid. So Spellbreaker, I might regret that later, but alright, rare. We're getting a lot of those quirky cards. Gain control of, alright, Shadow Menace. Gain control of an enemy with 3 or less attack until the end of the turn. I think it allows, it should. It allows you to attack with that minion right off the bat, which is kind of cool. I mean, it's a little expensive for what it does, but there's some okay things you can do with it. The problem is you want, like, with something like that, since you only control it for 1 turn, you want whatever special effect they have, or you'd want to get a lot of damage out of that. Granted, you can force them to kill themselves, which is pretty good too, but it's kind of one of those iffy things. Cold Light Seer, now it's a Murloc. I have no Murlocs, and getting Murlocs in arena is kind of awkward. I've seen it happen before, but no. Emperor Koba's cool. Like, we need some lower costs, and he's a straight up kill card. Like, destroy any minion damaged by this minion. Keeping him alive long enough to do that's kind of but if you get him on the field when the opponent has nothing on the field, then you put a lot of pressure on them. So, or if you can get him behind a taunt. So we'll go for Emperor Koba. Alright, Fairy Dragon we'll probably go for because I still need some lower ones, but Dark Scale Healer's not too bad on a priest. Like, I mean, he's not too bad all around. He's actually one of the better cards that actually heals things because it restores 2 health to all friendly characters, including yourself. You can get some really good combos with that if you have the, not Shattered Sun Cleric, the Northshire Cleric, I believe, or Healer or something, who, like, gives you cards off of any minion healed, so you can get, like, a ton of cards, and it's not too bad. Like, 4 or 5, not too bad. Frost Elemental, it's okay. Like, I wish it was a little stronger. Like, Freeze can be powerful in its own right, especially if you have, like, a mage with Ice Lance or something, but it can be used to stop something in its tracks for 1 turn, which can help you out a lot, but it's not bad. Like, again, you can get it out there. It'll help you gain control. It's okay. Fairy Dragon's cool, and yeah, I'm gonna get him for a low cost. Like, we have some decent stuff here, but Fairy Dragon's just so good because it can't be targeted by spells or hero powers, which means I can't target them with anything, but most of the time I don't care, especially against a mage where you just see them try to tag it. It just, yeah. Alright, well, I know what I'm going for, but let's just go over it. Murloc, no. Murloc, no. Injured Blade Master, hell yes, especially with the Priest. Priest and Warriors love this card, and he's not too bad with other ones if you're forced into it in an arena, because with 4 attack and 3 health, he's okay. Alright. I already have Fairy Dragon, and I don't know. I think I might take the Panther, actually. Let's see. Threes aren't looking too bad. This is an iffy one. Now I kind of wish I had taken... Damn. Well, that's Arena for you. Alright. I think I'm taking the Shadow Word Pain. There are times where it would just be sitting, but it's nice to have 2 of them for a more reliable draw, because it can just help you keep up that early game and help you get into late game. That's what it's there for. So... Fairy Dragon... Jungle Panther's so good. Like, he's got so much attack, and yeah, he can pretty much be cleared out by AoE and like even like a 1-cost minion if you bring him out of stealth, but he's really good at just sitting there and waiting just to strike at the right moment. So, but damn. I'll go for Shadow Word Pain. Divine Spirit double minion's health, kind of iffy. Like, it's tough to get that out there. Like, it can be nice, And I have some decent HP going. HPs. Dark Scale Healer. Ooh. Or should I think I'll take a Shadow Word Death again, though. Just to neutralize things. Oh, I'm taking him for sure, but Thought Stealer I talked about, Mad Barber I talked about, so yes, Ventrico Mercenary, your minions cost 3 more, which can be terrible, but a lot of times if you get him out on turn 5, or even later, he's like... And then if you have spells to just buff him with and keep him alive, because he doesn't affect those at all, he's just a nightmare to deal with. And then if he dies, you kind of don't care most of the time. Like, it's like, oh darn, now all of a sudden I can play a whole hand of cards, because he kind of forces you to save them, or sit on them. Ogre Magi, I think I only have one thing that would benefit that. He's not too bad, 4/4. But Leper Known, he helped me out a lot in my druid, but I think I want to get the Youthful Brewmaster. I'm kind of building, well, I don't know. Kind of building towards a weird deck, if I say so myself, but he can help out. Like, if I trade out, or, like, attack with the Light Spawn, and I, like, bring him back, you know, like, he's sitting at 1/1, I bring him back, and I drop him again, suddenly he's back to full health. And then Faceless Manipulator, no, wait, never mind, I can't do that again. What the hell's wrong with me? Could get a Battlecry out of it. But, I don't know. Maybe I will take Leper Gnome, actually. I'm feeling okay on my 2s. I have a lot of stuff that can kill low-level things, so... Or a decent amount. I don't know, actually. I only have 2s. Huh. Actually, I don't like that at all. Leper Gnome, you're okay. Going Youthful Brewmaster. I haven't actually been able to use one yet, so... Alright, I know what I'm going for. Alright, Frost Elemental we talked about. Holy Smite is not too bad. Like... 2 damage for 1 mana, it's okay. Like, there's some moments where you can use it, but I prefer more like Hunter's Arcane Shot just because Hunter has some more damage that he can spread out and then use that to finish things off, whereas Priest, not so much. Dark Iron Dwarf, great card. I mean, it's 4, and he's a 4/4 for 4, but the +2 can just be a nightmare to deal with, because all of a sudden it just changes up the math involved. Like, basically allows creatures to trade up or just force the opponent to make a really weird play. Alright, already talked about Holy Smite. Stormpike Commando is not too bad, but he's really expensive. Like, I'd prefer the Panther for 2 less, because, like, deal 2 damage can be useful, but he's super fragile. Like, I mean, it's difficult for him to get a trade out of anything, but I get it. There's certain scenarios where he can be quite useful, but not in my case. Silver Moon Guardian, Divine Shield, Divine Shield, Divine Shield. He's solid. I mean, for 1 more mana, he's got 2 more HP than the Scarlet Crusader, and another nice thing is he'll stay alive and allow me to buff him if I get any buffs. I'm not focusing too much on buffs, am I? Alright, Wind Fury Harpy I might take, just for some late game punch. I don't know, I'm kind of focusing a lot on early game, aren't I? But, Flesh Eating Ghoul, like, oh, he can be so frustrating to deal with, causing people, like, he gains 1 attack, but he stays at the same amount of HP, so it's kind of tough to keep him alive, but sometimes you can force, like, a mage to cast a freaking fireball on him if he's got nothing else to play, because all of a sudden this guy's ramped up to be, like, 6 attack or something. And Wind Fury Harpy, I don't have any taunts to really keep her alive, and it's like playing her, she usually gets targeted down pretty quick. She actually acts like a taunt herself. I don't really have any attack buffs to benefit. I don't know, let's see. I'm okay with my high end. I'm still gonna do Flesh Eating Ghoul. Alright, interesting choices here. Murloc, no. Arcane Golem, I don't like at all. Like, maybe if you can constructed work on a rush deck or something like that, but giving your opponent a mana crystal is awful, and he probably won't even stay alive long enough to make it worthwhile. Like, you get a trade out of him, but it's just, no. Azure Drake, solid card. I mean, spell damage is nice. It helps out with, like, the 1 spell I have, Holy Nova. And who knows, that might come in handy later, but draw a card, sweet. And for 5 mana, not too bad. Alright, where are we on? 20? Okay. I need to focus a bit more. I already have a Light Spawn. I might do it, but I don't know. Late game punch. I kind of want him just to sit on them. Like, Light Spawn's good when you can buff him and stuff like that, and getting him out on turn 4 is nice, but I have some okay... I actually have a decent amount of low stuff, so I'm going to go for Stranglethorn Tiger. Just pressure, pressure. It's kind of a delayed pressure with anything that has stealth. Mass Dispel, no. There's so few occasions where that's actually useful. A lot of times, you know, it's like the buffs are spread out maybe amongst 2, but for 4 mana, and so, no. Holy Fire, good card. Like, it's just a solid card. Deal 5 damage, restore 5 health to your hero. I mean, there are times where, like, if you're doing really well, you won't get as much benefit out of it, but it's still just a kill card. So, Master Swordsmith, I'm confident in my 2s. I like my 2s. I have a decent amount. It's not bad. Like, at the end of your turn, give another random... So after you play him, suddenly give the minion next to him +1 attack. And then that could change the numbers. But I'm going to do this because I need spells. I need some more control, even though I have these. Alright, well, I know what I'm going for here, but Circle of Healing has some value occasionally. And then Silence, I already talked about. It's just... It's an entire card. I just don't want to trade an entire card just for a Silence. There might be a time where I desperately need it, but I don't feel like I need it that badly. Double Minion's health can be quite useful. I have a lot of stuff, like, I mean, especially on him. I have a lot of stuff, though, that can benefit from this, so I'm glad I waited on that. Divine Spirit, that was it, not Inner Fire. Lord of the Arena. I have some pretty high cards. I might do Loot Hoarder. Loot Hoarder is pretty good for a 2-drop. Raid Leader is nice too, but I think I'm doing Loot Hoarder just for some card draw because I kind of need it. And you know, he's good at trading with like 2 or 3 2s and stuff like that. So yeah, let's see. I have a lot of minions though. Maybe I will take that. Let's see. How many 3s do I have? I don't know. It's giving me some weird selections, that's for damn sure. Lord of the Arena, no. I have no taunts in this deck, though. That's a little scary. I don't like relying on them. I think It's a bit iffy. These 2 would be fun together. He'd end up killing that guy, but you know. Hi, kitty. How's it going? I can't see my screen. How is it? You're a tiny cat. I have a 27-inch screen, and you still managed to block the whole damn thing. Okay. Let's see. Am I pushing for late game with this deck? I don't know. It's kind of a tempo, I think. I have a pretty steady build. So... I have 3 actual 2-drops. And then 2 kills that kill 2 drops, so I'm okay there. Maybe I will... Now, I think I'll take the taunt, because I can buff him, so... Yeah. Yeah, we'll take it. I need a taunt for late game, I think. I feel. Do I need another Shadow Word Pain? That's a bit much. I don't have... Wait, do I have any actual... Well, okay, I do. I think I'll take Draggling Mechanic. I already have 2 of these. I feel it's good enough. Like... It's so specific. If it was a straight, you know, like did damage, then I'd grab a bunch of them. But I already talked about that. So Draggling Mechanic's not too bad. It's kind of, it's okay. Like, yeah, there's not much more I could say about that. Bloodsail Raider, kind of bad for a priest, but not that bad. Like, even if you don't get the battle cry, it's still 2-3 for 2, which is basically standard. Makes him pretty durable and allows him to, you know, like basically kill any 1-drops, and then I could heal it. So. Not too bad. Waste a Snapjaw. If you can give him a taunt, awesome. If you can't, I mean, if I had Inner Fire, then that would be sweet, because then I could make him a 7/7. But I don't. 5 chances more to get it. Just gonna get Power Word Shield. +2 health is good, and draw a card for 1 mana. I like the draw a card part, and the +2 health can be useful at times. So. Alright. Pint-sized Summoner will probably take. Because that thing just helps you ramp up. Holy Fire, not too bad, actually. But I have a lot of high cost. Actually, I have a lot of high cost. Whoa, I was not thinking there, was I? I might have to mulligan a lot. So I'll do Pint Size. Can help me get those high costs out there if I can keep her alive. Alright. I might take another Holy Nova here. Dragon Mechanic we already did. Shattered Sun Cleric is awesome because you get that nice little surprise buff on an adjacent minion. And, I mean, she got nerfed, so she's not quite as good as just playing... Like, if you're forced to play her by herself, she's kind of bad. Because it's a 3-2 for 3. Whew. But I think I'm taking the Holy Nova. Gonna try to force late game, and this will help me just keep the board clear. I'm worried about rush decks, though. Inner Fire, probably taking that. I don't know. I have a lot of actually even... Straight up even cards, don't I? I don't know, maybe I won't take Inner Fire. Like, it combos with one card I have, Divine Spirit, but the chances of getting both are slim. And I don't really have a lot that can benefit. Like, the fun thing is, you can do it to an opponent's minion, and, like, nerf something's attack. Like, if for some reason that a Magma Rager, you could turn that 5-1 into a 1-1, which is pretty sweet. But I might take the Stormwind Knight. How many 4s do I have? Or maybe I will take Inner Fire. There might be a usefulness to it. Just, I have a lot of minions, actually. Alright, 4s, Spellbreaker. Alright, more for Silence, so... Silver Moon, not too bad. Light Spawn. These two together are pretty good. Funny thing is, he would actually benefit from that pretty good. Well, I should say. Ugh, I don't know. I don't know. So torn. It pains me. It pains me. I think I will take the Inner Fire. I know it's just saying, but there might be some usefulness to it. Ugh. I might be sitting on that a while, but... No, you know what? It's more of a minion deck, so I don't feel like I can combo that as well as I want to. So, I think... balls. Balls, balls, balls. This is a tough one. Sorry it's taking me so long. I might have to cut this part out. Ugh. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna do him. Because he has so much health, I could probably heal it afterwards. Might hate myself. Alright, Light Well's kind of weird. At the start of your turn? At the start of your turn. So you have to wait an entire turn and hope it lives. Granted, ironically, this thing is pretty sweet with the Inner Fire that I just passed up. Because all of a sudden it becomes a 5-5 and it starts healing everything. It can heal, like, any friendly character, so it'll heal. It can heal you and stuff like that. It can become really annoying, especially if it heals itself and the opponent doesn't have a lot of damage to deal with it. I could use it just to draw tons of aggro. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically. I have some pretty heavy hitters. Lightwell might be interesting, if only to sap up some damage. I could double its health for no reason, just to annoy things. But if it gets silenced, it becomes a 0-5 and does nothing. But I have Brewmaster, so... Oh, this is so weird. And again, Murloc, bad. Ravenholt, nice stealth. Be weird if I got that Panther, then I'd have all the good stealths. Sorry about that. Okay. Last card. Is this a pressure deck? A tempo pressure? Kinda is. Just a lot of minions. Kinda weird. I don't know. Yeah. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. I'm gonna do it just to keep me in the game longer. I feel like I have enough stuff late game. I have a decent amount late game. Yeah. Actually, I have quite a bit, so we'll get another 2-drop. Alright, so that's it. Well, hopefully we do well on this. I'm not too sure how I feel about this deck. Compared to my Druid one, I was a lot more confident. But, well, let's start her up, shall we?